Hello YouTube, this is Taro, and welcome to my Crusader class analysis for the game Darkest Dungeon. Today I will discuss the playstyle, abilities, synergies, and weaknesses of the Crusader. So without further banter, let's get to it. The Crusader's playstyle is best described as jack-of-all-trades tank. They incorporate skills from the man-at-arms, the Vestal, and the Leper, and combine them in a unique way that makes them useful in every party scenario. One particular trait that makes the Crusader very versatile is his shuffle resistance. This allows him to be flexible in the ranks, performing in the 3rd and 4th row with heals, stress heals, and his attack Holy Lance. We'll get more into this a little bit later on as we talk about the class though. When camping in a medium or long length dungeon, the Crusader has access to very powerful camp skills that increase stress resistance across the party, increase their own strength resistance even more, offer a full party heal, full party stress reduction, and a self-accuracy buff that also reduces stress by an increased amount if they are afflicted. To recap, they are your jack-of-all-trades tank. They can heal, they can stress heal, they can generate light, they can do damage, they can AoE, and they can stun. They're just not as specialized as the other classes and don't really suffer for it, so they're always a welcome addition to your party. That being said, let's move on and talk about their abilities now. The Crusaders have something in common with all of their attack skills in that they all do decent damage. None are reduced too much, but they tend to do consistently average to low damage across the board. Starting with Smite is their basic attack. It's got an accuracy base of 80 and plus 15% damage gains on Holy. It's a no-brainer for raw damage, but personally you actually take it a lot more than you think you would, because all of their other attacks are mimicked by the other tanks and other utility. You often have opportunities to just do full damage on your Crusader, which is okay because he's a tank doing damage. You've also got Zealous Accusation. Because it's a semi-weak AoE with an accuracy base of 80 and a damage mod of minus 40, I would combine this with say, the Occultist, or someone who can pull things into range. This way you're hitting the squishiest target and getting the most out of it. The other use is to kill something that's almost dead, while still damaging and softening up your next target. Stunning Blow is a fairly accurate stun, with a damage mod of minus 67%, meaning it's still going to do damage. This is a pretty good stun, but again, Bounty Hunter, Man-at-Arms, there are other classes that have better stuns than this one. So take it if you're hurting for it, but generally speaking you should be covered anyway. Bulwark of Faith, I never use it. It's good for if your torch is very low and you feel like you're going to get crit to death. But 25% prot and marking yourself is sometimes a bad trade-off. So your mileage may vary, maybe it's good for you, maybe not. Battle Heal starts out weak but gets quite consistent. You can use it in your downtime fights. What I mean by that is grubs, spiders, pests that you encounter in groups of 2 or 3 to heal someone up who's low on health. It's a good filler for a slot if you've already got all your utility covered, but generally speaking, leave it to the Vestal, leave it to the Occultist. Holy Lance is the granddaddy of all Crusader skills. It is your most powerful attack next to, well actually it's more powerful than Smite, because it has a crit mod of 10%, but it is less accurate with an accuracy of base of 75, not 85. You move forward 1, which means it gives you a reason to put the Crusader in the 2nd slot, creating exceptional synergy with the Hellion. I'll get back to that later on though. Their last skill is Inspiring Cry. This gives them, apparently, Torch now. The game's been updated since I last played, as well as Stress Heal and Basic Heal. It's a no-brainer that you should be taking this if you have it unlocked. It's great for when you do not take a Vestal and your Occultist screws up and bleeds the person here is supposed to be healing. Crusaders also have an above-average suite of camping skills, as I've mentioned earlier. They get the basic Encourage, Wound Care, Pep Talk, and then they get Unshakable Leader, which is a time cost 4. It cuts half of your rest time, but it also gives everyone less stress damage. They have Stand Tall, which is more or less stress resistant for themselves. It's very strong, and it's good against bosses, fighting in 0 light. Any time in which the Crusader is in a position to, where he is low on stress as it is, give him Stand Tall. Zealous Speech is an all-companions heal and an all-companions stress reduction. It's great, but it costs a lot of time, so if you have someone with a more powerful skill, think about spamming stronger but shorter skills. Sorry. And Zealous Vigil is time cost 3, giving him less stress, more accuracy, and even less stress if he's afflicted. They have a great suite of skills. That being said, let's talk about their synergy now, because these skills mean nothing without putting them in the right place with the right people. Let me start by saying that the Crusader has the ability to fill in stuns and utility skills for any of the other tanking classes. So when I talk about synergy, I'm talking about the tanking classes that fit best with the Crusader in the first and second ranks, and the ones that can interchange abilities with them to provide any role that you so desire as the player. My personal favorite character to synergize the Crusader with is the Hellion. This is because of two skills, Iron Swan and Barbaric Yop. Iron Swan, when the Crusader is in the second rank, allows you to quickly 1-2 a large burst onto the back ranks of the enemy and kill off any tanks or any healers or stress causers very quickly in the fight. The other skill they have is Yop. The reason I point this out is because it's a more accurate and considerably less damaging stun that attacks two targets. This frees up the stun skill for the Crusader and allows you to focus on having either more damage or a stress reduction skill or a battle heal. The Man-at-Arms has a few fun tricks you can do with the Crusader. Notably, his superior stun skill, Rampart, can knock things out of range and bring a more vulnerable target into range of Zealous Accusation or to be stunned by the Crusader. He also allows the Crusader to free up his stun slot yet again if he so desires, if you don't want that much control, and allows him to take another attack, maybe an AoE, maybe a heal. Again, all of these characters that have in common their stun skills and their AoEs just allow the Crusader to do whatever you want him to do in combat in any rank you want it to do in combat. Finally, the Leper. The Leper is the other big powerful tank, and he is the toughest tank in the game. He can take a beating even with his offensive buffs on and send it back at the enemy. I don't say he's as good as the Man-at-Arms or the Hellion because he needs the Man-at-Arms or another accuracy buffing character to bring out his true potential. He needs to be supported the same way the Crusader does, so there's a conflict of interest. That being said, they make a very strong combination and can support each other through pretty much all damage up until a few bosses. An honorable mention goes to the Bounty Hunter, aka the Asshole. The Bounty Hunter skills include 2 stuns, pushes, pulls, and shuffles. All of these things allow the Crusader to attack whoever you want him to attack and generally wreak havoc upon the enemy's ranks. Things are never dull when you have a Bounty Hunter in the party, and this especially applies to the Crusader as it allows them to AoE weak targets, focus on things that are in the back row, and lock down essential enemies through the use of stuns and the shuffles. Now that we've covered their main synergies, we're going to talk about their weaknesses, and there are quite a few of them, but don't get discouraged. Now finally, we're going to talk about the Crusader's weaknesses. They don't really have a lot of glaring weaknesses, just the fact that all of their skills, every last one of them, are mimics of another class. They are an amalgamatory class that is built up of the skills of healers, DPSs, crowd controls, and just about everything under the sun. That being said, if you like one particular aspect of your Crusader, you don't have to level up a Crusader. You just find out what aspect that class is from. You like how they stun? Get a Bounty Hunter. You like how they do damage? Get a frontline fighter. You like their healing? Get a Vestal, get an Occultist. The other obvious glaring weakness they have is their damage output. This is also surmised in the fact that they are a jack-of-all-trades class. However, when you start hitting veteran and higher level dungeons, you will notice that they do not do enough damage to keep up with everyone else, unless you're fighting undead and using Smite and Holy Lance. This makes them become slowly more and more niche as the game goes on, but it is not horribly noticeable. The best way to overcome these very obvious weaknesses is by supporting the class so it does not have to do more than one thing at once. If you want to bring a heal and DPS, that's fine. If you want to bring your stress heal or your torch and DPS, that's fine. If you want to be tanky and stun, that's fine. Just don't try to do too many things at once with the Crusader because they are not built for that. But while they can do it, the more you spread them out thin, the less effective they are. Now with that said, that about sums up my video on the Crusader. I hope this was at all informative to you. I would encourage you to share your opinions with me in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, etc., etc. I'm new to YouTube. Please be gentle. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for watching.